Before 2015-ish, Marvel games, they released quite frequently. And so most of those games, those Marvel games I've played or replayed, they've come from around that time period of like before 2015. But the late 2010s, early 2020s, that time period of Marvel games, they were a little weird due to the lack of games coming out and the reception of what was released. And mainly what I'm talking about here is one Marvel property in particular that jeopardized its biggest brand in the video game medium, and that game is Marvel's Avengers from Square Enix. Most people cringe when they hear that name because of its horrible reception, but did you know that I actually got Marvel's Avengers day one, and that I stuck with playing that game for a long time? Granted, I haven't touched the game in years, but given my history with the game, I'm acutely aware of its shortcomings nonetheless. Well, September of 2025 is the game's 5-year anniversary, so I thought I would go back to the game one last time, see if it's actually underrated, if there's some goodies in there, or if it really is just the failure that most people thought it to be. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, on board the Helicarrier, the floating fortress of the Avengers, and here I have our main character, the character who ties the whole storyline together, Ms. Marvel, Kamala Khan, the next generation of Marvel heroes. There's also a bunch of other people here. We got a bunch of S.H.I.E.L.D. people working. And of course, because this is the Avengers, look, we've got other people on board. Look, we have Thor. Hello, Thor. Oh, okay, just talk over me, sure. What's up?
Humans never cease to amaze me. From here it looks like chaos, but S.H.I.E.L.D. keeps everything running somehow. We're lucky to count them as allies.
Uh-huh. It's amazing how this game makes all the superheroes look like cosplayers. The reason that I'm walking around talking about everything that you can obviously see on screen is because I wanted to give you guys a tour of our home base on the Helicarrier. This is where the base of operations is. This is where we're doing all our stuff. So right here we have the war table. This is where you get all your missions in the game. It's not just a story mode, okay? There's other things to do as well. You have all these different regions. You have some woods in the northwest, some desert area in Utah. Utah, but in the future, the Helicarrier, New York and New Jersey a little bit. You've even got snowy tundra, and down here in Africa, we have Wakanda, home of Black Panther. Now, also noteworthy is that there's 2 regions that I can't access for some reason that had a mission for Thor and a mission for Black Widow, who is also in this game, but it won't let me replay them. So, oh well. Look at that, I got the fancy Avengers logo here, and all these people who are not Avengers just working on the place. This is where we can select our different heroes. Kind of a useless machine when you think about it, because you could also switch heroes back at the war table. This is our fabrication machine, where you could get materials to fabricate costumes, except you almost rarely got these materials playing through the game. Most of the time they wanted you to buy costumes. Now going back out here, this is the quarters area. I don't know why tactical vision is still on. It should have turned off. It was kind of glitching out. This game has some glitches. This is the quarters area. So you have Thor's room. Actually, we can go into Thor's room. I'm breaking in. I don't know what the point of a handprint is if if anybody can use it. You got a bunch of rugs that cannot be used. We can try to lift Thor's hammer. I don't think Thor will mind, but can we use our embiggening powers? Yes, if you don't know, Ms. Marvel is an Inhuman. The Inhumans are not mutants, and her Inhuman power is she can get big and stretchy. There are some empty rooms around here, like right here, which everybody assumed, oh, empty rooms, that'll be where the DLC characters go, like the characters added to the game. Nope. Nope. They don't really get anything. Over here we have different vendors. This is a gear vendor. We got a robot man. Hello, robot man. And this is a costume vendor.
You ever want to try a new look? Now's the time.
Now is the time. I'm holding the square button to try a new look.
You couldn't resist.
So we got some stuff in here. I actually have 19 hours to get some new stuff. I actually have most of the stuff owned. Can I get... No, I can't. It's way too much. Never mind. I almost forgot this area over here, the science lab. It's the lab where they do science. Could be literally anything. I can hold square here. Guys, we can even... Yeah, we can look at the science. Isn't that crazy? There's like a yellow energy thing. Let's head further down here. Look at all these people. Look at this big Avengers operation. I should be able to throw myself off the ledge here, right? I can throw myself off the... Well, there was supposed to be a guy over here. Sidney Gaffer Levine. I knew there was a guy down here. The agent previously stationed at this location... What was that? He can now be found somewhere else. But if I head down here, we get something a little different. The Harm Room. This is not the Danger Room from the X-Men. This game has a lot of X-Men stuff. It's a little weird. Hello, James Wu. Can I go in here? Now, I remember originally when I played this game, I wasn't able to access the Harm Room from the helicarrier, and it doesn't look like I can now either. Well, guys, this tour is not really going according to plan. I didn't really have much of a plan. I'm kind of just rambling here. But, the game is being a little weird. It's been a little weird. So, why am I not just playing through the game's story mode to show off the game? Well, I actually did record myself playing through it, but I was so bored with the game's story that it just wasn't even worth uploading. So yes, I'm actually redoing this video for you guys. You're welcome. Anywho, what was the story about? Basically, the Avengers, they're having a big celebration in San Francisco where they are simultaneously holding a fan fiction competition, which brings Ms. Marvel into the story, and unveiling a new energy source. Don't know what those two events have to do with each other, but that energy source is destabilized in an evil act by the corporation AIM, who are those beekeeping-looking scientists run by MODOK and Monica Rappaccini, who you'll see throughout this game, in which most of the city is destroyed, and Inhumans, they're running around everywhere, but the public doesn't like them. The Avengers, they also disband because they believe Captain America was killed, which, spoilers, he obviously wasn't killed. It's kind of funny because this is basically an X-Men story too, with the Inhumans treated like mutants, AIM robots running around acting like the Sentinels, the Avengers, they're hated by the public like the X-Men themselves, even the Harm Room is just the Danger Room from X-Men. But essentially what happens is 5 years go by since the big A-Day catastrophe. Ms. Marvel, she's got her new Inhuman powers, she reassembles the Avengers, including Captain America, to fight AIM. They beat up MODOK, and there isn't really a conclusion because it's a live service game meant to continue indefinitely. That's pretty much it. So yeah, it's pretty boring. Honestly, it's pretty boring, and most of the time is spent with Kamala and Bruce Banner sounding like they were falling asleep when they were recording their lines too. So just who cares? So you know what? Let me just show off some of the actual gameplay in this video game. Let's just focus on that, okay? Whoa. Oh my gosh. It's the Harm Room, the training, and the SHIELD helicarrier, but it's evil. Oh my gosh. We gotta do something about this. And I'm doing something about it with the Winter Soldier right here. Yes. I felt like this is a cool character to show off some of the game's mechanics with, because he's not really playable in that many Marvel games. Yes. James Buchanan Barnes, former sidekick of Captain America turned supervillain. Sometimes he's a bad guy in games. Like in Ultimate Alliance 1, he's a bad guy. But in this, you can play as him. Yes, he's kind of like a combination of Captain America and Black Widow. He's also a character that was added later to the game. But I feel like he's a good character to show off some of the mechanics of the game to start off with, because this game is equal parts a beat-em-up and third-person shooter. Not every character has a gun, but he has a gun. So I'm doing some third-person shooting. Oh my goodness, I'm getting my butt whooped. But on top of melee combos and crazy bullet barrages like this, characters can also do super-duper moves. Like this. Hit him with an EMP. I'm invisible now. Soldier tech nonsense. Invisibility. Whatever that means. There's a lot of stuff that pops up on the screen when you're playing this game, by the way. On top of support heroic abilities, characters also have assault heroics, like this one. Big grenade. Calling an airstrike. Nice. It pulls them in, too. I can throw another one. I have multiple charges here. Now, the specifics of special moves and some of your passive abilities will change as well, depending on the gear that you have. See how I'm doing gamma damage to those guys? I'm firing gamma bullets at these people. Oh my gosh. I'm doing cool combos on them with my normal fist. Actually, I have a robot fist. I also have my ultimate heroic. Boom! Big explosion. Now, for Winter Soldier, I go into a cool alternate melee mode, and I try not to fall to my death. Kind of hard to do that when everybody's flying. Oh. This robot actually shrunk so that it would fit the takedown. Ain't that something? Oh! Now I'm actually just using telekinesis. Oh my gosh. I almost fell to my death there. It's an insta-kill if you fall into the evil lava stuff. It's not lava, but you know what I mean. This is a really hard mission to start off with. But as I was trying to say, the red thing at the top has an intrinsic meter. So you can do cool alternate abilities. If you hold down your intrinsic button, you can do cool stuff. So I think with... hold on. I'm trying to do it. Why isn't he doing it? Oh, he did it that time. So I can use my intrinsic meter with Winter Soldier to do cooler explodey moves. I'm just going to have to use this. I got to kill this big mech guy so I can get some health back. Well, he fell into it, so I can't get any health back. Oh, boy. I got to get rid of this Adept Adaptoid. What a name for this enemy type. Adept Adaptoid. I would. Was that it? I wasn't even paying attention. But apparently that's all I needed to do. I even got a comic book. Wow. Yeah, you can unlock comic books in this. It's a cool thing. They're just the covers, though. Just the covers. But they give you unique passives that stack the more comics you get. Now, switching back to Kamala, Ms. Marvel here. I want to talk about the stuff with the gameplay that's a little more controversial. And that brings us to our character page. So here, we have our character loadout. Our active loadout, which is interesting because there's only one loadout. We get our nameplate here, which is just a cool little banner. It displays our power level, our character level, which is different for some reason. You just have two different levels. Our champion level, I'll talk about that more in a little bit, and then that's just our XP bar. Now over here we have our outfits. Now, this is where a lot of the attention for this game went to. This game wanted you to buy outfits. A lot of outfits that were really expensive. Look how many outfits are in this game. For this character. For this character alone. Because this is well after the game already ended its production or whatever. They gave everybody the outfits for free. And the other cosmetic stuff. So that's great. Some of these you have to unlock through the vendor. But it's fine. There are also some outfits that are bizarre. To say the least. For instance, we have weird zombie Ms. Marvel, I think. It's Ms. Marvel if she looked like a camo from Black Ops 3. This is a legendary outfit, so you had to pay more for it. I don't know who would ever use this. Same thing here, just weird ice camo. It doesn't even look icy. It just looks like they just kind of plastered it on the outfit. Just bizarre stuff. Kamala Khan if she was wearing regular clothes, but it was gray and brown. Those colors do not go together. My point is, there's a lot of outfits in the game. A lot of them look not great, and they really wanted you to pay for them. So all that goes for emotes as well. You have a bunch of different emotes, just different little animations that they wanted you to pay for. Some of them you can unlock. Same with skins. You can unlock just through playing the game. Weird thing is, though, you can only have one emote at a time. So unlike basically every other game that has emotes in it, you can only have one at a time, and I have the bubblegum emote. She chews some bubblegum. Now the last cosmetic customization thing we have here are takedowns. I have 13 out of 8 takedown animations because for whatever reason you could only have 8 takedown animations equipped at a time. The rest that you unlocked, which you had to pay for, by the way. I don't believe you could unlock any of the takedown animations with your what is this? Units. I think you had to use credits, whatever the other made-up term was that's just really generic, to get takedown animations. I get it. The developers, they worked hard to develop new animations for all these characters, but when the game itself is like $60, you know, it's so disproportionate that it feels like you're ripping people off. But again, because the game is over now, they gave everybody everything, so I have now 13 out of 8 takedown animations. Every character has gear, but unlike something like Injustice 2, where the gear changes your stats and cosmetics, it just changes your stats. In this case, I have exotic gear. This is the highest rarity. And my perks here with this particular gear piece, I get a cool thing where headshots deal 16% more damage. I gain an extra charge for one of my special abilities, but I also get a cool status effect. I do vibranium damage that builds up with ranged attacks. And upgrading gear was a whole other thing, but I don't even have any gear to use to upgrade, so whatever. There's a lot of different skills. These are just your basic attacks, all of your sorts of combos and stuff. You could level them up more when you get skill points and whatnot, which opens up the combat a lot more. And I'll tell you what, I think the reason a lot of people found this game boring, besides the very boring story mode, is that it doesn't really open up, doesn't really open up until you invest a lot of time into it, where your gear is doing cool stuff, but more importantly than that, you can actually pull off cool combat moves because you've leveled up your characters. And unfortunately, that means you have to play a lot of the same missions over and over again with these characters to start doing cool things with them, instead of starting off by having cool things to do in these missions. You know what I mean? We then go to our specialty upgrades. And here we have support heroics, assault ability, ultimate. I already talked about those. But you get some customization for them. Every single ability has these different slots that you can equip, one of 3 options, to make them, you know, more customized. Mastery is kind of the same deal here. You just get more passive stuff. 3 different tiers per, actually I should say, yeah, there's 9 different options per category. 9 different options for utility, ranged, efficiency, intrinsic ability. So just even more customization. And then champion is what happens after you fully max out your character. You have all these other things here, which requires a lot of points. Like a lot of points. I think now, for me, the fact that I can play this game and I have access to all the cosmetic stuff, and I've also just played enough over the years to have fully upgraded all my characters, I get to enjoy the full freedom, the full potential of all these characters. But when the game first came out and it was filled with bugs and they wanted you to pay for a million things and it took way too long to actually start doing cool stuff, I get why people dropped this game. But I'm playing it now. It's been 5 years since it came out. It's a little anniversary thing. I might be the only person playing it, but let's get back to it. I think it's time we work together as a team, though. I just showed you all the helicarrier with Ms. Marvel. I did some harm room training with Bucky. But this is a team game. This mission, Gathering of Evil. There's a disturbance in this region. Help the Inhuman Alliance neutralize the threat. And you can see there is an evil-looking Hulk, but he's reptilian because he's the Abomination. Oh my goodness. Hulk villain. The Abomination. He's like a reptilian Hulk. I don't know why he's reptilian. I don't know how gamma energy makes you like a reptile, but he's evil.
We're landing at the outskirts of the facility.
Be
careful on your approach, Avengers.
Careful is my middle name. It's actually not. It's David, because it's Bruce David Banner. Oh no, it's David Bruce Banner. I messed up the thing from the TV show, the Hulk show, but I'm playing as the Hulk. There he is. Look at him. And he's serious.
There's a group of AIM forces up ahead.
Yeah. Excuse the bunny slippers. Hulk, he's pretty serious this time. This is a Hulk villain. The Abomination. We gotta put him down for good. So I got Hulk here and some tactical gear. He even put a shirt on because it's cold. And yes, the bunny slippers. Gotta keep those toes warm. I was gonna show the rest of the team, but they ran because I ran. Yeah, we have Kamala, Ms. Marvel. Some nice winter clothes. Winter Soldier in some winter gear, and Black Widow. She has a hood. Unfortunately, does not have a Russian accent in this game. I don't know why they did that. Actually, I do know why they did that. Because it's brand synergy with the MCU. I'm experiencing glitches in this game I don't think I've ever seen before. As I'm trying to talk here. But yes, brand synergy. This game is very MCU inspired. I'm also inspired to use my ultimate ability to kill all the drones. Yes, ground zero, willpower recovery. Unfortunately, the Hulk gun is cosmetic only. I cannot shoot people with my Hulk gun. I feel like in a lot of Marvel games, Hulk does not take center stage, despite being a cool character. And I also find it equally strange that it had been decades without any Hulk game up until this point of making this game. In fact, at the time of making this video and coming back to this Avengers game 5 years later, there still is not a major AAA Hulk game. I don't know what they are doing over at Marvel to not make a Hulk game. It's confusing to me. But smashing robots, that's about as simple as it gets. Time to use the elevator. Hulk, press the button. Well, that works.
Short of it is, because the gamma process mutates DNA, the abomination clone we're looking for was never human in the first place.
What? This isn't even the abomination. It's just a clone.
Thank you for participating in this experiment.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sure the data I'm about to gather will be most
Monica.
You're bluffing.
She's,
You've only got
I don't
one
know,
move,
evil.
Doc, and it's never gonna work in the
She's in Marvel Comics. I think she's the Scientist Supreme. Or was at some point. Or I don't know. Wow. Maybe this abomination clone has more superpowers than the original, because how is he speaking so clearly from all the way behind this door for us in the elevator there? Maybe this is a telepathic abomination clone. Oh my goodness. Abomination clone! Yeah, not even the real deal. Whatever. We'll beat him up. It's close enough. Ah! Yes. Give us a proper Hulk fight. Yes, and also the other people are here. 2 people with guns and stretchy, big kid. There we go. Beat him up. Oh my gosh, there's so much gamma energy. But he has evil, oh my god, he has evil gamma energy and an evil rock. So I have my good rock, my heroic rock, but he has an evil rock. Just like he has his evil gamma energy. Come on, we're the Avengers. We got this. We got to assemble and punch him. Oh yeah. Thank you for the one-liner, Black Widow. Now you have your cool electric staff. Can you use it? Thank you, Bucky, for shooting him. Is Bucky the unsung hero of this game? Maybe. My controller is shaking like crazy. The screen is shaking like crazy. Abomination is trapped in a corner. Bucky is now the only person helping me out. It was Ms. Marvel. Oh, wait, I saw her big fist. Alright, Black Widow's just slacking. Come here. Get out of here. Look, you know what? It doesn't matter. We're the Avengers. We're a team. Doesn't matter who put in the most work. We gotta save the day. I guess we're avenging the original Abomination because they just replaced him with a clone. Oh my gosh. I don't think my health is drained at all this entire time. Because I just have so many buffs active at a time. Yeah, that also. I got a Dauntless something. There's a lot of different music playing. There's a lot of gamma energy. Those guys should see a radiologist because there was so much radiation there. Gamma energy. It's kind of dangerous. Now that is one crazy gamma monster down. But it's not the only crazy gamma monster in this game. You see, the future is quite imperfect. Matty Cho wants a gamma sample from Maestro to prevent the Hulk from becoming him. Travel to the future and confront Maestro. Yes. Evil, dark timeline. That's Marvel comic book shenanigans. This is normal for them.
Another successful jump to the future.
Yes, Clint, aka Hawkeye. Look at this crazy thing. This is the result of the Kree Skrull War and all the shenanigans that have caused a dark future here. A barren wasteland. And who is this? Well, her sword teleported into her hand. It didn't really show up first. Oh, there it is. Okay. I don't know what's going on there. It's weird. I am playing as Kate Bishop, the second Hawkeye, who was the first Hawkeye added to this game. It took a while for these characters to get added to this game, including Hawkeye in the back. Now, why do I have the Hawkeyes? Well, this is Hawkeye's DLC. Hawkeye had the Hulk-centered DLC where he fights evil future Hulk. But I wanted to play as the other Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, because she doesn't really get much time to shine. I have the Hulk here in his gladiator outfit, because he's ready. He's ready to fight his evil future self. And, of course, Iron Man over there in some crazy scrap metal armor, big arm blades and whatnot, looking more like War Machine. Kate Bishop, she is also Hawkeye. Hawkeye 2, but comma T-O-O, not the number 2. She has arrows, of course, but oddly enough, she has a sword. Now, why is that odd? Now, other Hawkeye, original Hawkeye, he has also gone by the mantle Ronin. Now, Ronin is ninja stuff, so he's got a sword, a blade, all that kind of stuff. So it makes perfect sense for Hawkeye to have that, which he does. They also just gave the same style of melee combat. I can't even climb this fence. The same style of melee combat to Kate Bishop. Now, they're not exactly the same character, but functionally they're so close, you're really not going to notice the difference. And it just speaks to... Hold on, I got to kill this guy. He's running away. Hold on. Let me just get this. Yes, whatever this is. Weird black hole thing. And now Machine gun arrows. I gotta kill the shiny guy. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta get the shiny guy because he's got like his own loot box on his back. Oh, dodge. Big dodge. Hold on. We're getting him. Thank you, other Hawkeye. And then I'll continue my thought. Look, see, I got a reactive protection bodysuit and red ISO 8, an aerial melee breaker charm, and targeted protection arrowheads and fragments, and a dauntless boon charm, and adept buff arrowheads, and a yellow ISO 8, and a reactive stun payload bodysuit, and a faultless empowerment blade. Anyway, as I was trying to say, yeah, this game's kind of lacking in content for what was supposed to be a live service game. To the point that the first 2 DLC characters back to back were both Hawkeye. Explosive arrow. There we go. Hawkeye, shoot him. Use your own arrows. You have... Okay, he's using his sword. That's fine. I'll take that. Is that another adept adaptoid? No, it's just a regular adaptoid. This one is not adept. It may be the future, but they did not adapt. Get it? Haha, funny. Also, this one isn't even dusty. This one isn't even dusty. They didn't even try. My goodness.
Where are we? Ah, didn't get the memo. Whoops.
Then by all means, join me. We'll correct this little mistake.
No catchy one-liner. No clapback. I mean, you already had the one-liner that was pretty bad, but I figured you would have said something afterwards, like, we'll show him whose end it is, or something. There he is. His big armbands for some reason.
Tell me, what brings you to the end of the world?
Just give us a sample of your DNA, Maestro.
Yeah, that.
Stop you from ever turning into this.
Yes, there's a fancy necklace.
Is what sickened me. No.
No.
It was our inevitable failure. Destiny's
Yeah.
unforgiving hand beating us to the ground.
So that's
His face is so expressive. He's struggling to struggle right now. Interesting. Yes. Maestro, he's the Hulk. Oh, that was crazy. He's the Hulk from the future. A future where the Avengers failed. And he's the last one to survive. It drove him crazy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hey, what are you gonna do? Kill yourself from the past? How's that gonna work? So we got an ace up our sleeve here. He can't win because he'll erase himself from existence. He'll create a time paradox. But it's a video game, so they didn't really account for that. Also, why do we need a DNA sample from Hulk from the future to stop Hulk from turning evil in the future? Is it so like we could... I can't even think of a reason why. I really don't know. Oh my gosh, yellow gamma energy. What does that mean? Oh! Uh-oh. Iron Man, do not die. I think that's actually the first word you said this whole time. Yes, voiced by Nolan North. So you sound just like Deadpool in those games where you voice Deadpool, which is a lot of games with Deadpool in them. Oh, fancy takedown animations. Oh, he's slowed down because of the ice status effect. That's why. I was like, why is he just standing there? No. Ah, knocking me over. Yes, big laser, Iron Man. Thank you. And I will shoot big arrow. There we go. No, that pulls all his minions over there. Uh-oh. No! Hawkeye, we'll avenge you! Oh boy. Hawkeye's been avenged. He's back. Oh boy. Apparently I have a lot of health, but it's fine. I didn't know if the health was draining or not. He's really mad at his younger self here. He just keeps laying down the beatdown on Gladiator Hulk. And why are normal human enemies here? Why are there so many? Oh my gosh, yes, Hulkbuster. Bust the humans. Including whoever this skull guy is. I think that's a Taskmaster minion. Or Reaper. Who maybe related to Taskmaster? I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Avengers, shoot arrows! That's a new catchphrase. I mean, half our team right now are Hawkeye. Are Hawkeyes. So, oh yeah. That's how we do it. And then the sound effects keep playing. Yes! Hawkeye!
Sample.
The other Hawkeye defeated Hulk. Isn't that satisfying?
More than enough today.
True. And I guess he'll just sit there. And we can pretend that we fixed the future. Goodbye, evil Hulk who's balding. Since I just played through one of this live service game's few expansions, how about I talk about the content that was added to this game? So buckle up, because I'm about to ramble even more, and this is maybe the main reason why this game had the downfall that it did. So let's start off first. The game released in September of 2020. This is the full game with its campaign and its 5 or 6 characters. I think it was 6 characters. It was very glitchy. You couldn't replay the campaign. Mission variety was very low. Now I'm going to be focusing my rant here on the character releases, because the characters who came to the game, those were the bigger expansions. In between the character releases, you had very small content like overpriced MCU-themed costumes or new missions, which were the same missions as before, but like, you know, just they kind of stitch together bits and pieces like they do with all the missions in this game, and then maybe like a slightly different finale or a slightly different cutscene at the end, or even just different mission types, which were the same exact missions, but maybe there's a time limit, or maybe there's cosmic energy so characters can't stand next to each other. But anyway, I'm going to focus this rant on the characters themselves. The first big expansion to this game, and I'm putting big in massive air quotes for basically all of these, was Kate Bishop in December of 2020. So 3 months later, we get Kate Bishop. She has new story content, and a new boss fight against the Super Adaptoid, but you can't replay that for some reason. I don't know why, but no new enemy types, no new areas, none of that. However, Kate Bishop, new character, totally different. Another 3 months go by, and we get Hawkeye in March of 2021, which, as I've already mentioned, he is not exactly the same as Kate Bishop, but they're so similar with their archery ranged style and their sword melee style. They're almost indistinguishable. Like, they're so close together that, 6 months into the game now, we only have 2 new characters, and they're both Hawkeye. However, Hawkeye did come with more story content, did come with a new region, which was the Future Wastelands, which is basically just the Utah Badlands with the different skybox of the Kree ships crashing to the ground, but no new enemy types. You did have a new boss fight, which was Maestro, but it's pretty much exactly the same as Abomination, who was already in the game. So again, 6 months in, 2 expansions later, not really anything substantial, because both characters are pretty much the same. Now, 5 months later, in August of 2021, you get the game's biggest expansion, which was the Black Panther War for Wakanda. We get a character who isn't Hawkeye. We get a region, a jungle area that is Wakanda, which is it's more different than the Future Wastelands, ironically enough. You'd think the future crazy stuff would be more different, but no. The jungle area of Wakanda, it's unique. Black Panther, he's unique. You get new story content. You get a new boss, which is Claw, but you can only do the Claw boss fight in a raid, which required 4 players, and by the time this content even came out, there weren't enough people to dedicate hours of a 4-player co-op mission to do it, so basically no one got to play it, including myself. They did add new enemy types only to the Wakanda missions, of which there are only like a few new enemy types. There's like a guy with a different kind of grenade launcher and a spider robot. So, it's better than nothing, I guess. Now, 3 months later, we get a PlayStation exclusive character, and that's Spider-Man. So, Xbox users, PC users, they did not get Spider-Man. But PlayStation users did get Spider-Man because he was just a PlayStation exclusive character. He did not have as big of a expansion, which is fine. That's understandable. He didn't have any story content really, except like I think a hand-drawn cutscene and some audio logs, maybe. I can't even remember, but it was nothing substantial. No new areas, no new enemy types, no new boss fights, no new levels, none of that. Now this is where things get crazy, because unless my information is wrong, 7 months later, 7 months go by, and that's when you get the next character, which means for Xbox users and PC users, whoever was still playing this game, you would have had to wait 10 months for a new character. But 7 months go by for PlayStation users. You get Jane Foster Thor in June of 2022. Like Spider-Man, no new story, no new areas, no new levels, no new boss fights, no new enemy types, just a literal reskin of Thor. That's it. And I'm not being hyperbolic like I was with Kate Bishop and Hawkeye, where there are differences. Jane Foster is literally exactly the same as Thor, except her ultimate is slightly different. 10 months for Xbox and PC users, 7 months for PlayStation users, and the next big content release is a reskin of a character who was in the base game. It was so insulting when they did that. So insulting. Anyway, another 5 months go by, you get the Winter Soldier. He's actually a unique character, available on all consoles. But by that point, the game was done. There was no big story content, no new areas or cutscenes or anything like that. That's the big content releases in your live service game. Just characters who would rarely come out. Hardly any new enemy types, level types, boss fights, nothing. Just a bunch of overpriced costumes that people didn't want to spend money for, and characters that people didn't want to wait for. It's a live service game that did far too little, far too late. I did mention another villain in our future escapades there, which was Taskmaster. Taskmaster is in this game. He is one of 4 villains, I think. Not the greatest Taskmaster outfit, but it's fine. He's not the greatest villain either. I don't think he'll master the task of fighting the Avengers. We gotta put a stop to him on our quest to defeat AIM. Let's do it.
We're dropping you off close to the location.
New York City. The Eastern Seaboard. Right by New Jersey. Right by New Jersey. That is where we are going. I mean, it's New York City, but it's also near New Jersey, because you play a little bit in New Jersey. We have War Machine. It's actually Iron Man in a skin. War Machine was supposed to be a playable character in this game. That did not end up happening.
Have to take them out before you can enter the facility.
Yes, I know how to play the game. But anyway, yes, I have the War Machine skin here. This is actually given to players for free right as the game was ending, because War Machine was meant to be a fully fledged character in the game. Did not end up happening, but fortunately we did get the War Machine armor, and I think it looks really cool. War Machine armor, one of my favorite Iron Man designs. Another character that was supposed to be in the game was pretty far in development, but didn't end up getting added, was She-Hulk. R.I.P. She-Hulk. You're not really in that many Marvel games. You deserve more. Anyway, joining me on our tactical mission against a tactical threat that is Taskmaster, we have Kate Bishop over there in her MCU outfit, Black Widow in the back with her Yelena Belova outfit, which just gives her blonde hair, golden gun holster, cool goggles, and Kamala. That's why I was saying we're near New Jersey, because we are near New Jersey. She lives there, and I wanted to use her. But the reason I'm using Iron Man, even though Iron Man is, he's in so many Marvel games, is because Iron Man here, he definitely was a developer's favorite character in this game. Free flight mode, as we have here. He also has melee combat, of course, but his heavy attacks are actually his projectile attacks. So here I have repulsors. Oh, boom. But he has 3 different types of fire modes. He also has his lasers and his rockets. So unlike most characters where melee and ranged attacks are separate, his ranged attacks are used as his heavy attacks. So I can do all this stuff with my repulsors, but then I can also do stuff with lasers. And I have cosmic gear, which is why it's all yellow. Oh yeah, we're comboing him. Let me just get him real quick. Ah, there we go. See, I can do all sorts of stuff. Let me try a different combo. Oh, that guy might be dead. Let me try a different combo. See? All sorts of different combo moves. And then rockets. Rockets, I don't think they actually count. I think it's the same no matter what you do with rockets. But I can also do it just when I'm flying. I can aim. They also have charged variants. Oh my goodness. And then it's really easy to go straight from ground combat into air combat. And then actually, I'll show you right now. And then let me just punch this guy. And then air combat. And I missed into ground combat. So among all the characters in this game, Iron Man has the most options and the most connectivity between all his different modes of fighting bad guys. Oh, that's not good. Oh, actually, that was fine. It was okay. Oh, he drained some of my energy. So I could go right here. I could do ranged attacks, but then I can go straight into melee combat. Oh, into ranged combat into air combat. He just has so much versatility that the other characters have, but they don't have that connective tissue, that cohesion between all the different gameplay mechanics that lets me just flow from one fighting system to another. Iron Man is just the most fluid character in the game. He's the most fun character. This could just straight up be an Iron Man game with all the cool stuff you can do, and then also, of course, the specific character customization that I showed earlier when I was rambling through the menus. Ms. Marvel is really big right now. Her hands are unusually big as well. So just Iron Man is the coolest character in this game. Easily the most work went into Iron Man. Fire a rocket at you. I think I just blew up that guy's car. I'm sorry about that. We just, boom, see, into the ground. Oh, where is he? Rocket. There's actually quite a few of them. Let me lock on here. So many gameplay features with Iron Man. To make him such a cool character. They definitely put the most work into Iron Man. And yeah, I had to show him off. I've been trying to focus on characters who don't really get that much time to shine in Marvel games, but I had to show off Iron Man because he's just the coolest character. I can also deploy a shield. Boom, there we go. Oh, that is Kate Bishop. Sorry about that. Yeah, just fly up above my shield. Yeah. Clearly the most work was put into Iron Man, and I get it. I think of all the characters in the game, people probably wanted to play as Iron Man the most. He has become a Marvel's poster boy, for better or worse. Although I like Iron Man, so it's fine. It's just, man, they did a really good job, and I want to acknowledge that, yes, there's a lot of things in this game that are weird and not great, but Iron Man gameplay is really good. It is super fun. It is super fluid. Yeah, now I want to go up in the air. I want to do some air combat. And then he disappeared. Okay, the enemy despawned. Iron Man's gameplay is so good that the enemy despawned.
So good of you to come. A shame you won't be around long.
Glad we're on the same page about your chances.
Yeah, he does not have lasers. What is he going to copy here?
Help these guys.
Observe. Laser. Then he lands, then I miss. Oh, wait. I think I was shooting his shield. I think he somehow deflected some of his shield. Also, this AIM clone is very tall. Why is he so tall? Oh, that's a sky dog? Oh my gosh, new enemy type here? Okay, so they're not all beekeepers. Sometimes they're slightly different looking beekeepers. Yes, it is secret. I can summon it at any time. I'm using Tears offense here. That's a gift from Thor. I'm doing some big punches, but I might just want to use my rocket skin. Here, rockets. Yeah, rockets are just the way to do it. Rockets. I don't know why my energy drains so fast. Probably from those punches, but yeah, rockets are the way to go. Are you guys having fun watching me punch this guy endlessly? I'm having a lot of fun punching him endlessly. I am definitely not seeing how people gave up on this game very early on. Because, I mean, if I didn't have my cool combat stuff and alternate costumes and whatnot, my characters could look cool, yeah, I would be pretty bored with this. I like alternate costumes in video games because video games, they're a visual medium. And you're looking at your character 90% of the time. So you want to have some visual variety, you want them to look cool. You also want to have adept protection rays.
I want you to be the one I relentlessly annoy by not following orders.
That's very quirky of you, Iron Man. Also, that Taskmaster clone he's probably dead. I see him writhing around down there, but that was a big laser to the back. I think he's dead. You know what this game reminds me of? Reminds me of all those pretty meh or just straight up bad movie tie-in games that the MCU had during Phase 1 that a lot of people insist are actually really underrated. I feel like this game offers a refined experience that each and every one of those movie tie-in games offered, which is a compliment to this game. I don't entirely hate this game. I do think the basic gameplay can be quite fun, and it does remind me of those games from that bygone era of movie tie-in games. Also, did you know that in 2012 there was supposed to be an Avengers game? it wouldn't have been a movie tie-in game, but rather a 4-player first-person shooter co-op game featuring Iron Man, the Hulk, Captain America, and Thor versus an army of Skrulls, including Super Skrulls, based on the X-Men. It's pretty interesting. I think there's footage out there somewhere, and I wonder how it would have compared to this game. I guess we'll never know. This is the Avengers game we got, for better and worse. But I do know that I am ready to finish this game. So let's do it. We have taken down most of AIM's forces. Now all that's left is to go to the Utah Badlands and deal with Monica herself. No rest for the wicked. AIM is drawing a lot of energy to an uninhabited area. Jarvis suspects this is the new location of AIM Island. Travel to this mysterious location and find out what AIM's Scientist Supreme is up to now.
This is as close as we can get you for the moment.
Oh boy.
Electrical readings are interfering with the Quinjet's navigation.
I see that.
You'll have to
Oh
make
my
your way
goodness, you know what guys, this is starting to look like the evil future. We gotta do something about this. Avengers crew, well, the 4 Avengers I could bring with me. Oh, there we go. We had to play as Ms. Marvel. I had her show us around, but I didn't play as her yet. For our final battle against AIM, I have Ms. Marvel here. This cool futuristic armor almost reminds me of Wakanda stuff. We have the next generation Hawkeye back there, Kate Bishop. She's got a bone to pick. She doesn't want that future to come to pass. We have nice Silver Centurion Iron Man back there. AIM, they're stealing his technology. They're stealing his Stark Tower and whatever. So he's got to put a stop to them. And some nice retro classic armor. And then Hulk. Did you know that Monica was actually Hulk's ex-girlfriend? He's also glowing green now. He is very green. And we got to put a stop to him. Let's do this. Oh, there he is.
Avengers.
Oh, no. Not again. We have to stop it.
He's just chilling. Oh, boy.
Authorized personnel in
He is not just chilling.
It's unsafe.
Uh-huh. He had some very weird lighting there. I do not remember this mission at all. But it's okay. We'll do it. Why fight MODOK when we can punch tubes? This is what being an Avenger is all about. Working together to fight robots and tubes. Oh, that was a waste. Here. I'm here. Oh. Why you're on fire, but I can grab you again. Like my vibranium fist and drop you. And then you get killed by 4 Avengers at once. Alright, MODOK, you just chill there. This is actually horrible. Just keeping him there in pain. I get that he's a weird, big-headed, monstrous guy, but like, oh, he's gone. Is he dead? No, he's just gone. Well, that's live service storytelling for you. Oh my goodness, there you are, Scientist Supreme, Monica. Oh my goodness, she has... Yeah, she's just an exosuit. But with a gun! We can do this, Avengers. We can do this! Come on! Time to take him out. Monica Rappaccini. Your crimes, they gotta stop. The people you've killed, we will avenge them! Hulk, you dropped your rock. What are you doing? I have so many charges in my high five, too. That's crazy. What's also crazy is big mode. Yes! I'm even bigger than you. Okay, she can teleport. She has a teleporting exosuit. Interesting. Ugh. Yes, beat her up. Beat her up. Ugh. Big combos. Where is she going? All the way down there? Alright. Iron Man and Kate Bishop have the advantage because they can just shoot her with lasers and arrows. I have to get up close and personal. Punch. Big punches. Now I have to really get up close and personal with slightly less bigger punches. Smaller is the word. I'm actually becoming less intelligent just punching robots nonstop with this game because that's all you do, that I'm actually forgetting words. Also, what is this health bar at the bottom? Monica Rappaccini and also Monica Rappaccini? That's such a weird way of phrasing it. It's like, yeah, it's also Monica, whatever, just punch her, it's a robot. This game is weird. Why not just, okay, whatever. Also Monica Rappaccini is all that's left. Also Monica Rappaccini. Gosh, I'd also like to just be done with this. This is taking so long. I missed! Where is she? Oh, I missed again. Alright, big boat. Oh! Trust me, I definitely got the final hit. So, I just beat you. Oh, MODOK.
Is that?
And there's no music here. And MODOK's glitching out, and he has. He's gone. What? MODOK, you're invisible. There's like no sound effects. MODOK? Hello? What is happening? I don't even know what happened. What? Oh, and now it's done? Oh my god. Wow, this game is certainly something. This is probably going to be the shortest conclusion I give to one of these games that I'm ever going to do. What do I think about Marvel's Avengers 5 years after it initially came out? The core gameplay can be fun. Everything else is not very fun. Oh, also, comparing it to modern live service games like Marvel Rivals, another Marvel game, which is completely free to play and has put out 10 characters in less than a year compared to the barely 7 characters over almost 3 years in Marvel's Avengers. That's how you do a live service properly, and makes this game feel even more embarrassing. Well, that's going to do it, folks. That is Marvel's Avengers 5 years later. Yeah, I see why people drop the game, even if there's some fun stuff in it. But if you ever played the game, let me know your thoughts. If you enjoyed the video, let me know in the comments. Whatever it is you have to feel, share it with other people if you feel like they might be interested. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the future playing a game that hopefully isn't as mind-numbing as this, but until then, take care.